Hey everybody, welcome back to Van on the Loose. Today we are looking at the recruit knowledge that we had in boot camp back in 2001, pre-September the 11th. And I don't know when this was updated to this version. I don't know if it's been updated since. I assume that it has. But this was something that was kept in our left cargo pocket, and we were required to study it on a regular basis. Inside you've got the ID tape, so we can know whose belongs to who, articles of conduct, and then this is just a general, kind of an admin pouch. You've got pencil, some ID cards, you've got cash card. These are the tags that we used to put on our uniforms and just kind of anywhere that we might need to identify something, come back later. There's even a ruler so that we could get certain things correct when having to do with our uniform or our rack. And recruit knowledge. So this is the book portion of it. You've got first aid, and the first aid is more extensive than just regular first aid. This talks about how to deal with trauma. In the burn section, it even talks about how to deal with white phosphorus. You've got military, specifically Marine Corps history. So it talks about how and when it was founded, all of the major events such as Belleau Wood, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, Chosin, Vietnam. Talks about people in the Marine Corps, like Dan Daly. And then you've got general military subjects. So you've got Uniform Code Military Justice, you've got guards, you've got M16 stuff, you've got leadership, uniforms, all this kind of stuff. How to request mass, terrorism. And again, this was made before the terrorist attacks. So they were already talking about being aware of terrorism even before we were in the war on terror. And then under miscellaneous, there's military attire, there's civilian attire, education benefits, and then it starts the actual study portion. So just like in college class and even some pre-college classes like in high school, you've got learning objectives, you've got your outline, and this was revised January of 2001. So that kind of tells you the age of it, when it was put together, and I was going through using this in May of 2001. There's talking about ranks, special orders, all kinds of different things throughout this book. Student handout, so sexual responsibility of the Marine. You've got sexual transmitted diseases, all the stuff that we went over in boot camp. And then this is the note portion. So during class, we were expected to take notes. So you've got 4 life-saving steps, and then you've got different aspects of CPR and first aid. So rescue breathing, abdominal thrust. Over here we've got different definitions. So definition of discipline is the instant willing obedience to orders, respect for authority, self-reliance, and teamwork. Definition of combat is engagement with the enemy using individual or cruiser weapons, exposure to direct or indirect enemy fire, endure enormous risk of direct contact with enemy personnel or firepower, including the risk of being captured. And then it talks about, these were notes that I made because I did not want to do these things incorrectly. So asking permission to speak, you would say, it says talk in third person, request permission to speak to drill instructor, rank, last name. If you need to use the restroom, request permission to make a head call. If you have to sit down because you need to take a dump, request a sit down head call. If you needed to ask a question, you would request knowledge. This says that the recruit knowledge, this book, is to be kept in the left cargo pocket. Always wear a war belt unless the DI tells you not to. There was a chain of command that we had. Reporting in from a mission. they would say what mission and all kinds of gear guard. So what happens when drill instructor walks in? This talks about fire watch, meds, going to another barrack. So if you were being sent to another barrack, which I had to do this a couple of times, POA at the door, bang 3 times. If there was more than one, you would say the number that there was, but usually we went by ourselves. One recruit from platoon 3078 requests permission to speak to drill instructor on deck. And then you would go talk to him. Mail call, waiting for next watch. If the phone rings when you're on watch, hygiene inspection. So this one was kind of, so you're going to study your knowledge until the drill instructor is 4 people away. Then you're going to get ready for the drill instructor to get in front of you. Secure your knowledge and turn around. When flashlight is in your eyes, say, snap. Recruit has no personal or medical problems to report at this time, sir. Drill instructor says, flip. And then you say, pop. This recruit's money bag, valuable, is properly secured at this time, sir. DI says cut. Cut eye, sir. You turn 180 to the right. Put shirt on. Study knowledge. Going to bed. Drill instructor says 1 eye, sir. And it goes through the process. So, let's see. I'm not going to go through the whole process. Y'all can probably pause this and read it. Okay. DI says, prepare to mount. Pounding top rack saying, honor, courage, commitment. Those are our core values. All of our different stuff. Okay. Weapon safety rules. We're talking about civilian attire. On that page, this is when we were talking about our money, and then there were some blank pages when we were done, and then you've got general orders, and this is a memory aid to help you remember your general orders, and then we were also issued a study guide. On the back, going through the chain of command, and inside there's a cheat sheet that we were allowed to make. I tried to be really well organized because I did not want to mess any of that up. Then it goes over specifics. You know, this is the test essentially. So if a Marine gets involved in a bar fight with article of the UCMJ, has that Marine violated Article 128. I don't know if these are all correct or not. I cannot remember. It's been a very long time since I have looked at it. I assume it's right because there is an answer key in the back. Function check. This is how you check the function of your M16. More general orders. Rank structure. Officer rank, or I'm sorry, warrant officer rank structure. Officer rank structure. And then Marine Corps hymn. So this is all the stuff that I used in boot camp, partly because it was required. It was mandatory for me to study this. It was required for me to know it, to be able to graduate from boot camp. And if you decide that you want to go to boot camp, you're probably going to have something similar. Now, it may not be as low tech or low speed as this. I believe the Space Force actually got tablets for their people, which is a terrible idea in my opinion, but no one asked me. And again, when you're going through your recruit knowledge, this becomes literally like an extension, because anytime you have the slightest bit of downtime, this is what you're studying. This has been Van on the Loose, and I appreciate y'all, tuning in. If you have a question, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and share. And if y'all are enjoying these videos, I'll try and dig up some more stuff for me to go through to try and relay kind of what it was like to be a new Marine back in the mid-2001 time period. So that's been Van on the Loose for today, and we'll holler at you next time.